Right now, as you're watching this, a massive sunspot region on our star is building up energy, and scientists are watching it very carefully. What NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory recorded over the past 48 hours tells us we might be in for something spectacular in the next 24 to 48 hours, possibly right on Christmas Eve. Welcome back. Today we're tracking AR 4316, a sunspot region that's rapidly evolving into what solar physicists call a beta-delta configuration. That's technical speak for this thing could unleash some serious solar fireworks. Let me show you what's happening up there right now. On December 21st, at exactly 1812 UTC, AR 4316 produced an M1.3 class solar flare. Now, M-class flares are what we call moderate. They're not the big ones, but they're strong enough to cause problems. This particular flare triggered an R1 radio blackout over the South Atlantic. For about 20 minutes, aviation and maritime operators over Western South America experienced disruptions in their high-frequency communications. But here's what makes AR 4316 concerning. It's not slowing down. In just 24 hours, this region fired off 20 separate flares, 1 M-class and 19 C-class events. That's an average of almost 1 flare per hour. And we're not done yet! The Solar Dynamics Observatory images show something solar physicists have been anticipating. AR 4316 is developing what's called an emerging delta structure. Think of it like this: the magnetic field lines in this sunspot are twisting, crossing over each other, building up tension. It's like a rubber band being wound tighter and tighter. Eventually, something has to give. Now, NOAA's Space Weather Prediction Center has updated their forecast, and the numbers are worth paying attention to. For today, December 23rd, 20% chance of M-class flares. For tomorrow, Christmas Eve, 30% chance. That's a 50% increase. But here's the kicker, and I want you to think about this. NOAA is not ruling out an X-class flare. X-class flares are the big ones, the kind that can knock out satellites, disrupt GPS systems, and create radio blackouts across entire hemispheres. The last time we had a major X-class flare was back in November, when Region 4274 produced an X5.16. That event sent a coronal mass ejection racing toward Earth at 1,950 kilometers per second. That's over 4 million miles per hour, triggering a rare G4 geomagnetic storm watch. Could AR 4316 do something similar? Here's what we know. This region is located in the southern hemisphere of the sun, and it's rotating into what we call a geoeffective position. That means if it does produce a major flare with an associated coronal mass ejection, that CME would be aimed directly at us. Now, let's put this in perspective. We're in solar cycle 25, and this cycle has surprised everyone. Scientists originally predicted it would be weak, similar to solar cycle 24. Instead, we're seeing 10% more sunspot activity than the previous cycle at this same point. Solar maximum, the peak of activity, officially occurred in October 2024. But as many of you know from following space weather, the sun doesn't just flip a switch and calm down. We can expect elevated activity for months, possibly years. What makes this moment particularly interesting is that we have multiple active regions on the sun right now. AR 4316 is the troublemaker, but there's also AR 4317, a high-latitude region that's contributed several C-class flares. We also have a massive coronal hole that's been streaming high-speed solar wind toward Earth since December 20th. That's what's giving us the minor geomagnetic storm conditions and Aurora displays we're seeing right now. So, here's the big question. Will AR 4316 deliver a Christmas surprise? We're watching, and NASA is watching. The good news is we have better monitoring than ever before. The Solar Dynamics Observatory images the sun every 12 seconds. NOAA's Discover satellite sits between us and the sun, giving us advance warning of incoming solar storms. Here's what I want you to do. Check back tomorrow. I'll be monitoring this region closely and will update you if anything significant develops. And here's my question for you. Do you think AR 4316s will produce an X-class flare in the next 48 hours? Yes or no? Drop your prediction in the comments. Let's see who gets it right. If you want to stay informed about space weather events as they happen, hit that subscribe button. This is exactly the kind of solar activity that makes our star so fascinating. Until next time, keep watching the skies